Okay, well, in case you didn't know, that was your energy healing for the month. I am glad to be back and I'm glad to see all of you here. As always, thank you so much for being here and for um, being a part of my spirit family and my little community. In shamanism, all the shamans would take care of all of their people, in their community, in their village. And the difference is these days is that we have uh, access to so many people at any given time that we could actually have community and partake in such amazing things without, you know, being so close to one another. We're close in heart, we're close in spirit. And so, long story short, I take you guys as my people who I enjoy taking under my wing, so to speak. Once you know me, um, or I know you, or of you, you are a part of my community, is what I'm trying to say. So, welcome if you're new. You're welcome here without judgment, without expectation. And I appreciate that you guys also offer me that same thing. I think it's really important that we have reciprocity in everything that we do. And, I want to point out that sometimes when we are putting things out into the universe, whether it be energy work or um, financial work or heart work or music or all these beautiful things, sometimes it might seem like it is one-sided. If you are helping someone and they cannot help you in return, or they will not, or whatever it is that the mind is thinking, um, what I've always said, and I stick by, is that it does come back to you in other ways. It will and it does, but these things are all of that ego mind that I've talked about quite often on this channel, and my perspective of ego is not necessarily the same as um, what the majority might see it as, where I think that the ego has a place, in this world, particularly, but I also think that um, our egos are the ones that drive the bus in terms of keeping score of what we get from people or what we do. And did we get this back or did we get that back? And I think that's when we get into trouble, not only, on a personal level, but also on a spiritual one, if that's your jam, if that's your vibe, if that's something that you care about, and we have to understand that the word spiritual and spirituality, it's all like, it's so commercialized, it's so uh, misconstrued, and it's also used as a weapon sometimes a lot in this industry. And I would, if I have anything to say, which I always do, I would really guard against that if you can. When you get a thought that says that's not spiritual, I urge you to back that up a little bit and figure out where that's coming from, because that indeed is the work of our ego. What is it that we are doing, or what is it that someone else is doing that is causing us to have that reaction in the mind? Like I've said before, the ego is really good at defending what it is that we have created, this whole building of mindset in terms of what works for us and what keeps us comfortable in those beliefs, you know? So when sometimes when those beliefs are kind of threatened, we go and attack, you know, and we go, oh, that's not spiritual, or, you know, that's not right, it's not moral, it's not correct, or however you want to put it, it's the same thing, you know, where we're pretty much just projecting what's not comfortable to us for whatever reason, you know, and each person has their own reason. There isn't a particular one, but I would really urge people to come look within, you know, and kind of um, really decide why sitting high atop something validates you, or at least your ego, in some way. And I don't really know where that came from, but well, it sounded like it was important to bring up. So here we are. Um, I really hope you're enjoying your January and the beginning of a new year, of course. Um, I absolutely wish you the most bright blessings. And as always, I will be back uh, in another month's time to give some more energy work and perhaps a spirit message, as I often do. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm leaving out. Probably just to say that I appreciate the healing requests that I'm getting. I have a list. It's at my website, jennysatori.com. And it's a long list, and I go through them periodically, like maybe once a week. And then I take on which which emails or which cases that I feel drawn to, and my helping spirits feel drawn to. You know, so with that being said, I've had some, excuse me, emails where people weren't happy with me because I, you know, hadn't answered, or things like that. And I have to say, it's only me uh, doing all of this, and I understand about, you know, first and foremost, I understand how you feel. Um, I understand the frustration, but I need to do this at my pace, you know, and be in flow. So if I don't answer you, it doesn't mean I won't pick you, but even if I don't pick you, you are welcome to email me again and ask me um, if I would be willing to do a one-on-one healing session. And you can read more about that at my website, as I said. But I do the best I can. I do have a life too, uh, sort of, you know, and I have a lot of things to do, but I do care about you very much. And like I said in the beginning of this, you are part of my heart community, my spirit community, and my helping spirits are already looking after you, you know, and you don't need mine, you have your own. Um, and so talk to who it is that you believe in. Um, write to yourself, even, you know, like if you don't have a friend, be one to yourself, you know. And with that being said, thank you so much once again. I will be back. And if you haven't already, come over to my Instagram, Jenny Satori Davis, and I write my conscious streams, poetry, my thoughts. I share my music. I live music. I'm one of those people that channel uh, quite a lot of information, including music. And sometimes I just dig it. You know, I'm an 80s music nut. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, and also once in a while I hop on and do live demonstrations of healings, come on over. And I think that's it. I will see you. Bye now.